Hi guys, Simply Naturabelle here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have a recap video of my 2018 goals. I'm gonna be discussing whether or not I kept or reached or achieved my goals in 2018, and I wanted to do this with my 2019 goals, but I think it may end up being too long of a video, so I will have my 2019 goals in another video. So if you would like to see my recap of my 2018 goals, just keep watching. I am not sure if I told you guys Happy New Year, but Happy New Year guys. I know this is not the first video for the year, but I can't remember. I don't think I mentioned it in my previous videos, and I will tell you guys a bit more about that in my other video. But anyways, to those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and check out your girl. I hope that you enjoy the content that I have on this channel, and I hope you stick around. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And for those of you who have been hanging with me for a while, thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your shares, your messages, your well wishes. I really do appreciate it. So let's get right into this video. So 2018 2018, oh my god, 2018 was not nice to me, y'all. She was not handsome, and I will tell you guys why. Well, I think I would have mentioned some of the reasons why in my update video. If you haven't seen that, you can check that out. But I just want to do a quick recap of my 2018 goals and see how much I really did accomplish. So I did do a 2018 goals video last year, and I just want to go through it point by point and let you guys know whether or not I did achieve my goals. Alright, so I have my journal here that I took some notes on, and I am going to review it from there. Right, so in the beginning of that video I talked about our plans and mentioned that we cannot achieve goals unless it is in God's direct will for them to be accomplished. Yes, we have to put in the work, but if it's not God's pathway for us to take, then it mentioned that that statement that I made is not in any way for me to discourage anyone from setting goals or any of that sort, but I just wanted to keep that perspective in mind. And that was very interesting looking back at that, because my whole theme for the year was restoration, and I really don't think that worked out well for me last year at all. So I discussed different areas in which I would like to have restoration, which would have been my physical health, mental health, emotional health, and so on, spiritual health as well, and growth. So my health physically, I would say that was a mess, because, well, physically I did not improve. Several things contributed to that, and I did lose more body mass. Unfortunately, I did lose more weight, and well, you guys would know that I developed several food allergies, so eating has been kind of very ticklish for And yeah, I did try a few natural doctors. I did get a diagnosis for my illness, which I am thinking it would have been a good thing. It's a good thing to know, but it kind of like threw me off a bit. I had my suspicions, but you know, just getting the diagnosis seemed so final, and it kind of threw me off, and I really had some low moments. After that period, that's when I actually took a break from YouTube, especially this channel, because I had difficulties accepting that that was my reality. So that took me just, yeah. So as I mentioned before, I would like to do some health videos, journey to health videos, where I share with you guys what has been really going on with me. I still have plans to do that this year. And in terms of my hair goals, I did do a separate video for that this year, where I recap my last year goals, as well as share with you guys my goals for 2019 for my hair. I will also have that video up so you guys can check it out. One of the things I mentioned was to stop eating meat. That was a total fail. That was a total fail. That's all I would say about that. Drinking more water. I did try to drink more water. Eating on time, not so well, because with sleeping late, I usually try to get back my hours, so I will end up waking up late, and then the eating part would be thrown off because of that. So we're gonna work on that this year again, right? And I did mention one thing that I was looking at online that would help me with sleeping, and hubby did actually purchase it for me. I showed you guys it in my gift haul when I was unboxing my gift haul. It's actually a diffuser, really nice diffuser. I got it with a pack of essential oils, so I did use that at times to help me to sleep, as well as deal with the smoke and stuff in my area. And it really did help in terms of I was able to breathe easier and clearing my passage, especially when I was stuffy and so on. So that did help in that area, especially when it came to sleeping time. I would put it on while I was going to sleep, and I would set it to turn on itself, right? So just to help me to breathe easier so that I can fall asleep quick. So that did help. Exercise, not really. I did get more sunlight, which was good, because you guys know that I have been home, working from home. So sunlight, I really tried to actually go outside, go out in my yard and get sunlight and so on. If not every day, every other day, right? As much as I could. So that was good. Mental health, not so good. I really was depressed last year. I think it was so many things that happened to me all at once, and it was just too much for me to deal with. There were times when I just felt like giving up. It was crazy. Spiritual, I did enroll in a certified prayer counselor course, which I did a video about. I did a 2-part video about it, telling you guys why I chose it and a bit more about the program. And I did complete it. I didn't complete it the way I wanted to, because it was supposed to be a straight 12-week program, but I took a lot of breaks in between because of different circumstances. So I did complete it, ended up completing it early this year, and yeah, I got a certificate I'll try to insert it somewhere here if you want to hear more information about that course, helping you deal with prayer and so on. It's a great course for women. I would recommend it to anyone. I will have the links for you guys in the description box and in the info bar at the top, right? So that did help, even though my prayer life did not improve as much as I wanted it to, like on a day-to-day basis, a more structured basis, I would say, because I have been doing more of like speaking to God randomly, like throughout the day when I am doing my chores and so on, and you know, just simple little talks with Him, because I have been having a bit more quiet time, so I use that time to just talk to God and reflect and so on. And He has been speaking to me through the Bible, which is good. So my Bible study and so on did improve, which I am happy about. Since I started it, I have kept it up. For the most part, I have kept it up, and it really has been an interesting journey, seeing, you know, the different messages that God is sending to me and how He's speaking to me through His Word. So I really did enjoy that. And speaking of which, last year I did decide to start journaling. I was journaling my Bible study, and I also did a DIY prayer notebook. Now I didn't really keep up with this, just gonna flip through to show you guys some of the things that I did. One was lesson study, this one was Bible study, I had daily prayer and so on. That was that, but then I fell off of this, which was so interesting. I'm not sure why, but then I started a new book which I use mainly to document my Bible study. So I didn't do anything much with this. I didn't decorate it as the way I did that, but I did document my morning devotions, and I would have like a scripture and a study, and I would write down the important notes that stood out to me throughout. So I did keep up this book, which was good, I think, right up until the end of the year. Let me see if I can find when I started. Okay, so I started on the 14th of August. That was my first entry. Not every day I wrote something, and I did not have my morning devotion every single day, but for the most part I did have devotion, and that was really good. And I am growing to love God's Word even more just by doing that simple journaling exercise. It has really helped me to enjoy the Word more, and then I can go back and read what I studied from last week, from last month, and so on. And it's really a good way to keep you know, to keep all your notes in one place. And I also use that to write my prayers as well, like write out prayers, especially those when I have been feeling really down, or there was something pressing that I needed to pray about. I would write out the whole prayer in the book for whatever day it was. I didn't do it much, but when I had those pressing prayers, I tried my best to record it in the book. So those were 3 good things that I did, and I would like to keep up with them this year as well. So I would say that my relationship with God has improved, as I mentioned before, but it's not where I want it to be, but it is better. I would say it is better than the year before, 2017, and times before, so that's good. And I also did I think it was a 3-day prayer and social media fast with one of my best friends. We were best friends in university. Hey girl, thank you so much for doing this with me. I was impressed to do it, and I don't know, I was somewhat, just a tad bit scared of doing it on my own, like I wouldn't be able to keep it up and so on. And then I mentioned it to her, and she was home at the time, so we were able to do it, and we would call each other at specific times of the day, and we would do a devotion, then we would pray, and you know, chit chat, and it was really, really nice. I was so blessed by that exercise, and I want to do it again. For me personally, I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it together again this year, but I want to do it for myself as well as for one with my family as well, with hubby as well. So that will be fun. And speaking of which, we will move on to the next thing. The next goal I had was improving relationships, and from what I was just speaking about, my friend and I grew a little closer. So she's living in another country, and I am here, and it is so interesting the way how God just brought us back together for that, and then we have been keeping in touch ever since. We don't speak to each other every day, but it's really, really nice having her there to talk to, because we were so cool in university. It was awesome. I really love her company, and she's a really great friend, and I love her. Yes, so that was one relationship that really did improve, and I'm happy about that. My relationship with my mom. Oh, mommy dearest, I love you so much. My relationship with my mom has grown to a whole other level. And I'm so happy about that. And we speak to each other, let's say, almost every day on the phone. I really, really appreciate these calls throughout the day, because sometimes she would call me when I am down, like just at the time when I am going through it. She would call, and that would be so awesome. I miss home so much, so being able to speak to her, you know, it's like I'm there, I'm around, I'm catching up with her and what's going on in her world and so on. So that is fun for me as well. The next point, my business relaunch. I mentioned my business, Naturabelle Accessoriez. Guys, that did not work out. I did mention that I was focusing on some other things behind the scenes, so some of you would have seen the development of I Am Naturabelle. Yes, so you would have seen me do some Text to Talk Tuesdays for I Am Naturabelle. That was one of the things I have been working on for bringing out a natural hair and beauty page, and kind of, you know, weaving it into this channel. So I will be doing more of that this year, so I'm glad that I got it started, and I've been getting good support, even though I slacked off a bit at the end of the year. And then the next thing that I started working on was Naturabelle Designs, which is another venture that I would like to launch. I actually did some tokens for my co-workers when I was leaving my job last year, and I think I will try to insert some clips of some of the things that I did, just to give you a bit of introduction as to what I have been doing. Had gotten some designs done previously from a professional designer, graphic designer, and I wanted to have it available to my local, you know, crowd, but I sent them to print, and those things were all messed up. That's another story for another video, right? So that kind of set me back a bit, but I'm still working on stuff behind the scenes, guys. So I am praying that this year would be the year to launch, right? I don't know. I think fear is one of the things that really kept me back as well as overthinking. I want everything to be perfect, and I'm thinking about what if this and what if that. And some of the things, they're just right there, just waiting. I don't know. But this year I am going to work on them. So you'll hear more about that later. In terms of the books, I said I wanted to read 6 books for the year. I actually started several different books last year, but I did complete 2 books that I remembered. One of the books had to do with the course that I did, and another book was a book I bought previously. I think it was the year before. So I finally finished that off. So I did not get to read all 6 books, unfortunately, like true from cover to cover. But I did start quite a lot, so I plan to continue for the new year. Being consistent on YouTube, well, you guys know that was a fail, especially on this channel. Like I mentioned before, when I got my diagnosis, that just sent me way off, and I really wasn't interested in doing anything, especially YouTube. I didn't have the energy. And sometimes when editing, you guys know, I said my hands would be swollen for sometimes and paining, so I just wasn't bothering. But I'm hoping to improve this year. But on my vlog channel, I did decide to do vlogmas last year, and I was so glad that I did. Still trying to finish up those videos for you guys. I'm almost done, but I have been trying to keep them going on my blog at least once every week and so on, so you guys can check those videos out. If I didn't do the vlogs, I would also pause and stuff on that channel as well. Despite of the fact that I was not consistent with my YouTube channel, I am seeing growth slowly but surely, and I really want to thank you guys for supporting me even when I am not able to come through and show up and show out the way I should. So I just want to say thank you guys for all your support, and especially those who have been watching and commenting. I really appreciate it, right? So hopefully this year we will hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. That's something I want to work towards. So one of the other things that I mentioned was that I wanted to be more organized, have action plans. So for this goal, I actually started making action plans, but for some reason, like I mentioned before with my business, I just did not execute. Most of what contributed to that, I would say, is fear and overthinking. So I did not really execute the plans that I started making or follow through with it. Right? But I did started journaling. So we're gonna work on the execution this year. Alright guys, I knew this was a long one, but I just wanted to do a recap for the 2018 goals that I made. You set any goals for 2018, and if so, did you meet your goals? Share them with me in the comment section below. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video, which will be me sharing my 2019 goals. Alright, thank you so much for watching.